Osmosis. So, Osmosis right now, and when it launched, there was a lot of hype behind it. And there was a lot of excitement because the Cosmos ecosystem itself was really starting to grow. There was a lot of interest around it because of its interoperability and everything else. And really, the Cosmos ecosystem's been quite quiet. Like, what we've seen is a huge emergence in other layer 1 solutions. Not necessarily as good technologically, or certainly not as interoperable, and as a result, I think interest has waned somewhat. So we're going to take a look at some of the underlying numbers of Osmosis, because I think there is a cause for concern in terms of long-term price. Now, before I get into it, if you are new here, the spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I show myself buying up all of these coins. These were all cryptos that I thought were going to do very, very well and make a lot of money, which is obviously why I bought them. And you can see what they were all worth when I recorded the videos. And these are the highs these cryptos hit in the bull cycle. And these are what your profits would have been. So if you'd have popped $100 into the coins in the last bull cycle, you'd have made over 123 grand. Now, we're in a bull cycle right now. And if you're sitting on cryptos you are not confident in, you got to get that sorted. Have a look at copymycrypto.com. This is the site that I run where I share all the coins that I own with my members. Whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to do really well, like I said with all of these, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to buy, the reasons I'm going to buy it, and the price that I'm going to buy it at. So my members get in and out coins at the same price as me. They make the exact same profit without any work at all. If you go onto my site, you'll see some of the testimonials from my members about the service they get at Copy My Crypto. You'll see some of the past successes that we've had, whether it was a quick flip meme coin that did a few 100x in like 2 weeks, whether it is Phantom, which in the last bull cycle did nearly a 700x and made millionaires. And on the site, you can see some of the profits that my members have made. All of it, by the way, is public record. It's all on the history of this channel. But read through the site, watch all the videos, and if after doing that, you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners this year and this bull cycle, all you have to do to find out is join up on the site. Now, Osmosis. So, look, when it launched, it did well. I mean, it rocketed up to over $10. It hit $11.21 at peak. Now, granted, it really only experienced about 3 months of the bull cycle. It launched right at the tail end of the 2021 bull cycle. And yes, it did very, very well initially off of launch, but then since pulled back. Now, it's sitting at a fraction of what it was. It's got a market cap of 130 million, which isn't bad, but Osmosis is basically a DEX. They launched as a DeFi focused app chain, but the Osmosis DEX is the premier application built on the Osmosis chain, and it serves as the leading DEX and DeFi hub for the Cosmos ecosystem and beyond. That's the idea. As an app chain DEX, Osmosis has great control over the full blockchain stack than DEXs that must follow the code of a parent chain. This does allow for innovative features to be added in and developed. Osmosis DEX has facilitated over $40 billion in trading volume. Now, the thing is you've got to put this into context, because that sounds really, really good. And they have more than 140 separate blockchains that are connected to the Osmosis app chain through external bridges and, of course, the inter-blockchain communication protocol. That, for me, is the jewel in the crown of what Cosmos built. Now, $40 billion sounds great, right? As a number, you go, $40 billion, wow. But the thing is that we're in a space right now where daily volume on Binance Smart Chain through PancakeSwap right now is about $5 billion daily. And this has been up and running for 4 years. So we dive in. Osmosis, daily volume, $6 million. And I mean, you can look, PancakeSwap, 5.5 billion in a day. So we can have a look at volume graph for Osmosis, or at least have a look at like how it's traded, how it's changing. But overall, I mean, the reality is what we're sitting on $6 million in the last day. And part of this is down to the reality that there is less excitement around the Cosmos world right now. We jump onto Osmosis and we can see, it is, if you've ever used a DEX, you know what you're dealing with, right? There is nothing new here. There's nothing uncertain here. As you can see, all-time volume over 41 billion, which again, number-wise, it sounds like a nice number, but when you put into context that a lot of the other dexes, I mean, even let's forget PancakeSwap, a lot of other dexes can do or can range between 20 and 150, 200 million a day. So the trading volume right now isn't great, right? Our assets on the platform, you've got about $307 million worth. So that's worth noting that that's actually total value locked pretty good compared to what we've got here on market cap. So that's not bad. And it is nice to use. Like, don't get me wrong, it is nice to use. It's backed by some big names as well. You know, Paradigm, Robot, Electric. You've got Anatoly Yakovenko, he's the founder of Solana. So he's backed that. I mean, you know, so there's big names behind it. But again, you can't be hoping that Anatoly Yakovenko is going to be promoting this because he's got his own interest in Solana, right? Osmosis is straightforward to use. I mean, again, if you've used the DEX, you know what it is. You can see the assets that are knocking about on there. There are earn features here. There are staking. You can stake your osmosis as well, and 9%, which isn't bad at all. Of course, that's, you know, that isn't bad. Then you can go through to margin trades through which is powered by Mars, or perpetuals trades, which is powered by Levana. So they do have some nice little additional features, and they do have apps that are effectively connected to Osmosis. And again, the apps aren't bad. You've got some good DeFi protocols that you can jump on board and have a play with. But right now, I think Osmosis's success is going to boil down to, where did that happen? There we go, stats. I think Osmosis's success is going to boil down to what does Cosmos do this year. Now, here's the reality. We have actually seen, you see, monthly active users is bad, man. That's monthly active. That's not good. I don't think Osmosis is going to have a good year unless Cosmos does. So they need that. That needs to shift. Now, for me, I think we have seen a chain have success out of nowhere a bunch of times, right? Solana started having immense success last year off the back of like meme coins coming out. And it just started rocketing in terms of usage. Radium was doing $2 billion volume a day, right? PancakeSwap started having a huge resurgence in usage off the back of like a CZ tweet to do with Binance Smart Chain. And cause like that's the thing, the narrative can flip on its head in a heartbeat. Like all of a sudden excitement can arrive to Cosmos. It's not there right now. That's the reality, right? Because again, we come back to it, we can have a look. Where is the volume? Almost all the volume at the moment, or the majority of the volume in the market right now is on Binance Smart Chain, and then the remainder is scattered between Ethereum and Ethereum's respective layering solutions, along with Solana. And that's it, really. Right? There's not much else out there at the moment. So, that's what has to shift. All of a sudden, there has to be excitement around Cosmos. And if there isn't, I don't see Osmosis doing much. I don't see it doing more than $1, to be honest. If excitement comes back to Cosmos, and it would have to come back in a big, big way, can this get to maybe $2? Maybe. Best case scenario, and this for me is the reality. Osmosis, best case scenario is that it gets to $2, and that's if huge excitement comes back to the Cosmos ecosystem. People start getting hyped up because maybe, I don't know, meme coins have popped up. Maybe Cosmos nails down a huge deal or partnership with an institution of some description. But without that, I think Osmosis is going to struggle. Legitimately, I think it's going to really struggle because I think the interest lies everywhere else. You know, we're going to see... we've already seen the launch of like Aptos, the launch of Sui. There's lots of layer 1 solutions that are new shinier, more exciting, and volume's going to flow there. So unless Cosmos can change the narrative, Osmosis itself will struggle in my eyes. But yeah, there's 40,000 monthly users. It's not good enough. So if you're an Osmosis holder and you are still optimistic long term, what do you think needs to happen for this to have a really good year? What is your opinion on this? Let me know in the comments. Guys, we are in a bull cycle, and if you are sitting on cryptos you are not confident in, or if you don't own any cryptos, have a look at copymycrypto.com. On there, you will see some of the profits my members have made. You can see their testimonials on the service they get at Copy My Crypto. You can see some of the past successes that we've had, not least of which is obviously Phantom. Phantom did nearly 700x in the last bull cycle. Millionaires were made, and you can see the profits of the members on the site. And it's all public record. It's all on the history of this channel, so you can verify it. On the site, I share with my members every single coin I own. Whenever I find a crypto that I think is going to make a ton of money, I jump onto my site. I tell my members about the crypto that I'm going to buy, the price I'm going to buy it at. Whenever I sell a coin, I tell my members the coin I'm selling and the price I'm selling at. So there's no work for my members to get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they make the same profit. But read through the site, watch the videos, verify it all. And if you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners this bull cycle, this year, all you have to do to find out, guys, is join up. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.